Who do we have next?
Over at number 23, we have Bogdan Bogdanovic. Some people didn't had him over at small forward. We had him listed here at shooting guard today, and I think he's a great player. He gets up his points. He lacks in certain areas, but he gets up his points for sure, and he shoots very efficiently at it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it speaks to almost its own regard whenever you have good players at a position and you go out and you get another player. Like they brought him in through free agency. They had no need to bring him in through free agency. They had a guy like Kevin Porter who missed the list, who's actually really good. He's 6'7", he shoots efficiently, he's got better year over year. They have guys like DeAndre Hunter, they have Cam Reddish. They already have a lot of good players at these positions. They didn't need to bring him in, and they did because he does so many things well. Um,
Well, yep.
in a basketball sense. It's a very high IQ. A lot of these EuroLeague players who come over do. So I mean, yeah, clearly he's a good player. He's pretty efficient. He's been up and down in terms of having progression over the last couple of years, where we think he's going to get a lot better, and he's kind of hovered around this 15 per game. I don't think he'll get a whole lot better.
That's still a very good player, though.
Exactly, and that's why I think this spot's pretty deserving. I had him a bit higher because again, I think he does a lot of other things well as well. But as long as he's in the top 25, I feel like it's pretty justified at this point.
Exactly, you hit it. It's a very deep position. It takes a lot to get into the top 20, as you're going to see very quickly. Bogdan keeps doing what he does well, and he's going to be consistently an above-average player in this league.
Yeah,
As you said, they brought him in for a reason.
I would say though, I feel like it is a guy who does get very frustrated. Even when we look at the wins and losses, he was so much better in the wins versus the losses. Where I feel like when things are going wrong, he feels like he's down. And I mean the drama too,
Milwaukee?
Milwaukee situation exactly. You could tell he's a guy who is very emotional. And I feel like he keeps it on the court. And yes, that could be good, but I feel like that's also potentially very bad. So I hope
Yeah.
guys like get Gallinari could actually help kind of level him out as a leader. And allow Bogdan to really just mold into a guy who could even be more efficient as a scorer a bit. But again, just continue being super good at moving the ball around, being what he has to be on offense, not being a bad defender. So for Bogdan's sake, I hope he keeps doing what he does, and I know we'll keep seeing him in the top 25 as long as he does.
Oh, definitely. And I find Gallinari is going to be a perfect mentor. Gallinari's been in the league for a couple years longer, not horribly longer. Bogdan's been in the league for a little bit now, but Gallinari just been a consistent, considered a better player than someone like Bogdan. But Gallinari's been able to mold his career to do what he does best, and he's turned himself into a very, very productive career even as he ages. So I think that Bogdan being on the same team as him is definitely going to help him.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely a guy this year who I feel like I said, he's probably not going to improve a lot in terms of point production, but I could easily see him going up to being like a 5, 6 assist guy if Atlanta,
Yeah.
with all the players Atlanta has, and like I said, he is a really good ball mover. If he's able to just kind of be more humble and not worry about taking so many shots, I feel like he could be as efficient, maybe even a bit more efficient, and like I said, be actually one of the best passers in his position as well. That's really what I think he should strive for if I'm him.
And Atlanta's going to be a good team if that's the case.
Absolutely.
Well, moving on from Bogdan, moving up to one more spot, we actually had this gentleman tied with Bogdan